I'm here on historic Crenshaw Boulevard, where the project Destination Crenshaw will start on 48th Street and span 1.3 miles to 60th Street. Parks, trees, and artwork celebrating African American culture will beautify this part of South LA. Tafare Bain was born and raised in the neighborhood, having graduated from Crenshaw High School. He says he wants to raise his family in the area.
I know that, as I get older here, I want to be able to have my kids come down to Crenshaw and hang out and feel welcome here, feel that in public space, their identity is honored and recognized.
Bain served as a community activist in South LA and is now a member of the project's advisory council.
The Destination Crenshaw Community Advisory Council is a board or a body made up of civic leaders, community leaders, and art leaders from across Los Angeles, all representing various aspects of the ways that the Destination Crenshaw project will impact the community or neighborhood.
The project is a reaction to the LAX Crenshaw Metro line being constructed at street level down Crenshaw Boulevard.
So the history is that when you split a community with a big construction project like that, you divide the community, you take away a lot of the cohesiveness.
Bringing back some of that cohesiveness is a through line across 4 themes that act as nodes connecting each other. First comes the improvisation node, then the first and dream nodes, and finally the togetherness node ties the community together.
So the experience that we hope to create here along Destination Crenshaw is a dynamic experience. So from 3-dimensional sculpture pieces to 2-dimensional murals, but also light installations, temporary exhibits. If you think about this 1.3 mile existence, we're going to use the entire streetscape as a canvas, from benches to crosswalks.
The art will incorporate Afrofuturism, street art, and assemblage, which is a form of 3-dimensional visual art made of objects. Earl says both established and emerging artists who have a connection to the neighborhood were selected.
These people who are going to participate as artists, the stories that we tell are stories that I've lived, people that I know right here in the community in which I reside in.
Well, the Crenshaw community really has been, really for the last few generations, the heart of the Black community in Los Angeles.
It's kind of like, it takes a village, and villages have to have spaces for all of its villagers. And I think the opportunity to make, the Crenshaw corridor kind of that Black community space in that way will just help to, tell more of the Los Angeles story.
The project also plans to add more than 800 trees, making up 10 acres of new landscaping. Harris Dawson says Metro is making a significant investment along Crenshaw Boulevard with trees and landscaping, while the private sector has contributed about $100 million to the art portion of the project. He believes Destination Crenshaw will help combat gentrification in the neighborhood.
We think that gentrification comes in really 3 forms. One of them is push out, one of them is the inability to people to move in, and the third one is cultural erasure. We think Destination Crenshaw makes cultural erasure completely impossible because we'll brand this district so strongly, everyone around the world will know that this is the African American community in Los Angeles, the way people know that about Harlem in New York.
The project aims to have an opening day in 2020, but Earl says the art creates a foundation that will influence generations to come.
A foundation which those who come after us will be able to look back and to learn from and to seek inspiration.